Okay, so let's dive into something pretty unsettling today. You meet someone online, things are going great, you think you're really hitting it off.
Yeah.
And then suddenly things take a turn, and not in a good way.
Right.
We're talking about pig butchering scams.
Mm-hmm.
A really scary trend that's hitting the crypto world hard.
Yeah, it's a big one.
These scammers are basically playing the long game, building trust, before they even think about touching your digital wallet.
Exactly. And you know what's really fascinating to me? It's how they operate.
Yeah.
It's exactly like the name suggests, fattening up a pig before you
Slaughter.
Yeah. They invest weeks or sometimes months building what seems like a totally genuine connection with you.
Right.
Sharing personal details, maybe even making up shared interests just to make you feel closer to them.
So you're sitting there thinking, wow, we really click.
Totally.
And then almost casually, they start talking about crypto.
Exactly. And conveniently for them, they've been making a killing in the market. They dangle these supposed profits in front of you, and you start thinking, well, if they can do it, why not me?
Right.
They might even offer to help you get started, show you the ropes. But once you invest,
Yeah.
well, you can probably guess what happens next, poof.
The money's gone. And according to a recent Chainalysis report, this isn't some small-time operation. This is widespread.
Oh, yeah.
Pig butchering scams have jumped a crazy 40% in the last year alone.
It's alarming.
That means thousands more people are falling victim to these scams. This is why we do these deep dives here on the CoinTalk Podcast YouTube channel, by the way.
Absolutely. We've got to get the word out.
We're trying to keep you all informed. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on crucial insights like this. But going back to the scams themselves, it's not just the long con anymore.
No, it's not.
We're seeing these shorter, faster scams popping up too. Things like fake job offers, promising quick crypto cash.
Yep, they're casting a wider net, trying to catch all kinds of people.
So it's almost like they're adapting their tactics to try and reel in both the patient and the impatient.
That's a great way to put it.
Does that suggest they're going after a broader audience now, not just people who they can spend months grooming?
That's exactly what the data shows. Even though individual deposits per victim are actually down 55%, the overall number of deposits to pig butchering schemes has exploded, almost 210% higher than last year.
Wow.
It's crazy. They're scamming way more people just with smaller amounts. I guess it's volume over value for them.
It's a pretty disturbing trend. It really highlights how crucial it is to stay informed and vigilant in the crypto world, which is why we're dedicated to bringing you these deep dives on the CoinTalk Podcast YouTube channel.
Couldn't agree more.
If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and share this video with your friends. It might just save them from becoming a statistic. But let's keep digging into this report. What else did they uncover?
Yeah, so the report also highlighted this other type of scam that's really blowing up right now, address poisoning.
Address poisoning.
Yeah, and it's different from pig butchering, but just as dangerous. Especially if you've got, a decent amount of crypto.
Okay, address poisoning. I've never even heard of that. What is that?
So imagine, you sent some Bitcoin to a friend a while back, right?
Mm-hmm.
An address poisoning scammer, what they'll do is they'll send a tiny amount of Bitcoin to your wallet from that same address your friend used.
So it looks like it's coming from my friend.
Exactly. And then when you go to send more Bitcoin to that friend later on,
Right.
you might see that familiar address in your transaction history. But here's the thing. The scammer has actually replaced your friend's address with their own.
Oh, wow.
It's like it's poisoned,
So I think I'm sending it to my friend.
Exactly, but it goes straight to the scammer.
That's messed up.
Well-
How common is this address poisoning thing?
It's a growing threat, unfortunately. The Chainalysis report found a ridiculous increase in address poisoning scams in 2024, like a 15,000% increase.
15,000%? Are you serious?
Yeah, it's crazy. And a lot of it comes from this one major attack that happened back in May. It really shows you how vulnerable our wallets can be.
Yeah.
Even if we think we're being careful, this is why we do these deep dives, folks. Trying to keep you in the loop.
Right.
Subscribe to the CoinTalk Podcast YouTube channel, turn on those notifications so you don't miss these crucial updates.
For sure. That attack, though, it really makes you think, are we doing enough to protect ourselves?
Mm-hmm.
What steps can we take to make sure our wallets are actually secure?
I think the biggest thing is just awareness, right?
Yeah.
Knowing these tactics exist is the first step to avoiding them. That's why we're here, giving you the knowledge you need to stay safe in the crypto world.
Absolutely. And, speaking of navigating the crypto world, the report also mentioned a platform called Huoni Guarantee.
Uh-huh.
What's the deal with that one?
So Huoni Guarantee, it's this online peer-to-peer platform connected to a company called Huoni Group.
Okay.
They've reportedly processed a massive amount of crypto transactions since 2021, like $70 billion worth.
That's a lot of money.
It is. But here's where it gets tricky. Chainalysis believes that Huoni Guarantee is actually playing a role in these scams,
Really?
particularly pig butchering.
So they could be intentionally or not providing this platform for criminals to operate.
It's a possibility. And it raises some serious questions about how we identify these platforms and hold them accountable. How do we make sure they're not enabling this kind of activity?
Those are huge questions, and it's exactly the type of conversation we need to be having.
I agree.
Don't forget to leave a comment below with your thoughts on this. We want to hear from you. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling kind of overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Honestly, these scams are so sophisticated and so widespread,
Yeah.
it's hard to even know where to start.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up, I think we need to talk about what we can actually do to protect ourselves.
Right.
What are some practical steps our viewers can take to avoid becoming victims?
Well, I think knowledge is power, right?
Absolutely.
Just understanding how these scams work is honestly the best defense.
Exactly. That's what we're all about here on the CoinTalk Podcast YouTube channel, empowering you with knowledge.
For sure.
So hit that subscribe button, stay tuned for more deep dives like this. But let's get down to brass tacks. What are some red flags people should be looking out for?
Okay, so first and foremost, be wary of anyone online who gets super friendly really fast and then immediately starts steering the conversation towards investments.
Especially if they're sliding into your DMs with promises of guaranteed returns.
Exactly. Remember, high returns always come with high risk. If something sounds too good to be true,
It probably is.
it probably is. Always do your own research. Talk to a financial advisor you trust, and never ever invest more than you can afford to lose.
That's great advice. Legitimate opportunities shouldn't feel like some high-pressure sales pitch.
Exactly. And, if you're ever unsure, don't hesitate to reach out for help. Talk to a financial advisor, talk to a friend who knows about crypto, or even report it to the authorities if you think you might be dealing with a scam.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't have to go through this alone. There are resources available to help. And speaking of resources, don't forget to check out the comment section below.
Yeah, good point.
We've got a fantastic community here at the CoinTalk Podcast YouTube channel, sharing tips and insights all the time.
That's one of the best things about this community. Everyone's willing to help each other out.
Exactly. So as we wrap up this deep dive into pig butchering and address poisoning, what's the one key takeaway you want our CoinTalk Podcast viewers to remember?
I think the most important thing is to remember that the crypto world is an exciting place with a ton of potential, but it's not without its risks.
Right.
By understanding how these scams work, you can protect yourself and your investments. Don't let fear hold you back, but approach it with caution.
Eyes wide open.
Exactly. Be informed, be cautious, and trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is.
Great advice. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're dropping new deep dives like this all the time here on the CoinTalk Podcast YouTube channel. So hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out. And be sure to like this video and share it with your friends. Let's help spread the word and make the crypto community a safer place for everyone. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay safe out there.